By Riker Lommel. We're here to bring you, after a long hiatus of the streams not happening for this league, the Marlboro World Championship Race 14 out of 20 at Brazil. Riker, how you doing tonight?
I'm fine. It's ironic because you're in the same position I used to be back in AF1.
Well,
retired? Well, better use my mouth instead of my driving. Because one works a lot better than the other.
Well, I mean, you know, I would have finished out the season, but with controller issues where the controller I use just doesn't want to charge at all, it's kind of hard to do that. So, you know, you gotta work with what you got.
It's hard to drive a car when the steering wheel tries to remove itself from the steering column.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, and due to that, we've got Sean Cosley, and I just watched Colton Irving cut. Oh my, and he's lagging.
We both just watched that.
Yeah, you know, my former teammate. Oh, he's backing off too. All right, I think he's aware of what he has created. There's a Red Bull on the flyer. That is AJ Knickel making his first start since Season 3 in the finale. Something that hasn't been seen in a while.
Let's see if you could pull me in this event.
Yeah, you last season, you know, start on pole and then never see the lead after that. Because you didn't. Well, you thought I was someone like Travis, where I'm gonna send it in from a mile back.
Could have been one of the cars in the second row. You never know with this.
Yeah, well, I mean, currently we've got Colton Irving outperforming Fidel Fabian, so I don't know what to really think of that.
Love to see it.
What? Actually, hold on. Best. Oh, Fabian's lap was on mediums. Colton. Oh wait, no, Colton's was on mediums. Oh no!
Is Fidel Fabian's career over?
Oh no!
God, I hope not. That's my reserve driver.
Yeah, you don't need your reserve driver to die, too. Oh boy, I'm watching Landon Lewis complete a lap here. His hot lap. He's mowing the grass. Didn't know he was taking plays out of Devlin Avila's book. Yeah.
He doesn't even have a Honda engine. He's not a lawnmower.
I think he thinks the DOS system is what pulls the blades up and down from the car.
Like F-Zero, Star Fox type stuff.
And
do a barrel roll.
Chris Bryant goes up to 10th on the chart from the bottom, so he jumps Travis Van Oostendorp, who died on his lap with the 121.1. AJ Knickel gets closer to Jonathan Parker's lap, setting a 108.106. But Jonathan Parker, the only one able to hit a 107.717. He's currently leading points, and with me out of the equation, that moves Matthew Stotts into second, like 49 points back. And I think I just saw Colton Irving go faster. Colton Irving went faster, and he is now 108.370.
He gained like a tenth.
Well, I mean, still, this is kind of weird for.
Fast.
This is weird to see him as close as he is to AJ Knickel.
So it appears that the streams from RL are going to be a little bit less professional than my ARC streams, but still.
Well, yeah, because I really have no cares. I just watched Matthew Stotts go to 4th on mediums, and
that's what I was going to say, bro. But so rudely interrupted with your Colton conundrum.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, Matthew Stotts. Oh my, AJ Knickel just pulled out.
Murder.
He just murdered the lap. There's no other word about it. He just murdered it.
That was the second lap of that run, by the way.
That was the second lap. Colton Irving goes faster with 107.9. Matthew Stott sets another fast lap, a 108.116. Gabe Cazola's fastest was a 108.714, and he retires from the session. Fidel Fabian, 107.875 on the softs. Oh boy. Sean Cosley goes faster with a 108.375, moving him up to 6th instead of 7th.
You didn't give AJ's name in ARC, I was just confused.
Wait, what?
I think it was something said in the ARC chat a while ago that Evans never gave AJ his name, and he was about to get counted out of the ARC NASCAR thing if he didn't do that.
Oh. That's a yikes.
And, I mean, imagine it's probably happened by now, but...
No, I think I told AJ his name because I think he made the roster post.
Because I mean, he's like, oh, 45 cars, so I think I have to imagine that it was given to him at some point.
I think he ended up asking me. I don't remember. Anyway, it looks like Hunter Smith will be starting dead last. Matthew Stotts retires from the session with 5 minutes left. Jonathan Parker on an out lap. Do you think he goes faster than AJ Knickel?
Probably. I guess the matter is, does he go faster than AJ Knickel's next lap?
That is true. He is only 0.234 off AJ Knickel's lap. 5 minutes left for AJ to respond if Jonathan Parker does go faster. Devlin Avila is also out on an out lap. Don't know where he is. Oh, he's about to end Sector 2. Sean Cosley's also on a lap.
I think he's gonna be on the lap. He's on his second lap. I don't think his ERS allows for more.
Jonathan Parker used a little bit of the grass on exit there. He's going to come down the long front straightaway into the DRS zone. Will he go faster? He will, but still second on the charts, 0.082 off AJ Knickel. Well, Riker, who do you think's the pick to win tonight?
I feel like you're gonna be the conservative response, so I'm gonna try and say something a little bit unusual. I think Fabian's in a good spot, actually.
Fabian?
Because
you know,
if AJ and Jonathan go at it too much, he's the one that's gonna be in the catbird seat.
Definitely. I mean, he's not far off, only just under 4/10 off, but it's not that bad, especially, he hasn't gotten the win this season. The only people to win this season are myself, Jonathan Parker, and Matthew Stotts. So, Fidel's been sitting back a little while, so I wouldn't be surprised if he won it. He's finally put himself in position to win, and this is maybe the closest he's going to get. But, you're going to go for Fabian. I'm going to say, as long as he keeps his nose clean, I think Gabe Cazzola is going to work it from 8th to 1st.
That's, here I thought you'd go with the obvious ones. Please.
Well, Gabe's speed, but the question is, can he get through the pack and survive? Because we've got Devlin Avila in 5th. And we've got Colton Irving in 4th. We've got Fidel Fabian in 3rd. These are people that have a little bit of history of getting penalties in the league. Yeah, so, if he keeps his nose clean, I think he'll be fine. Chris Bryant on his flyer goes into the DRS zone down the long front straightaway and will not go faster. So it looks like he will still be qualifying outside of the top 10.
That was his out lap. His tires don't have anywhere on it.
Oh, that didn't mark it as an outlet. Well, that's interesting.
I could just tell because his ERS was charged and his thing doesn't say, soft, just one lap yet.
Oh. Well, this is going to be probably the last lap we see. Oh, no! Jonathan Parker's coming back out.
The return of the king.
And so is AJ Knickel. They're both coming out. Does Fabian do the same thing? He's only got a few seconds if he wants to do it. Anyways, back to Chris Bryant's lap.
I think if I'm Fabian, I don't really think I'm concerned with those two.
And because Fidel has third place locked up, by the looks of it, Chris Bryant does go faster, knocking Landon Lewis into 11th. That means Landon will get free tire choice as he retires the car from the session. But Jonathan Parker going through the final corner. Do they consider the kink down the straight a corner, like Road America does?
I mean, I'm sure they do, but like, I don't care.
Yeah, the final corner is the left-hander.
It's like the idea that the hairpin at the Red Bull Ring is turn 3. No, it is not.
Yeah.
Not in an F1 car.
Jonathan Parker trying to go faster. I feel like if AJ sees that Parker can't go faster, he's just going to back off. I don't think he's going to try putting down a faster lap if he sees it doesn't get broken.
Honestly, he might. I think give him the nose just to flex. Or maybe track time. Maybe he didn't practice ahead of this race. Something I was definitely guilty of the last time I ran an MWC race. I ran as many qualifying laps as possible to get track time because I hadn't practiced ahead of time. Because like 20 minutes before the race started, I was just sitting on my behind watching YouTube and eating chips. So.
Here we go, Jonathan Parker down the front straightaway to the start-finish line. He does go faster with a 107.327. Does AJ Knickel respond? Only 0.155 off in the DRS zone. And he will cross the line going fast. No! Wait, did he?
He did.
He goes fast by 1,000th of a second.
Oh my god, what is this NASCAR nonsense?
That is insanity. Well, looks like we're going to have a good race for the win. And also, by the looks of it, a good race for the podium if everything there stays the same. It looks like Matthew Stotts is the only one on an alternate strategy. He probably could have put himself into third, maybe fourth, had he gone on the softs. But wow, 1,000
mediums. He could have contended for pole if he wanted.
Oh yeah, that is an interesting change to how this worked out. Wow, the only person not to set a time was Hunter Smith. And that will be judging by, if everything's right, that is the closest poll in MWC history. Season 7 making some interesting storylines. And here we go as cars are lined. Pit stop strategy. Softs to hards. The hard pit would be around lap 13 to 15, and that would be a one stop. What do you think the faster strategy is going to be here tonight, Riker?
Strategy is like the number one thing you shouldn't be asking me about.
Why do you say that? Oh, someone's...
Because I'm not very good at making those decisions.
Well, Devlin Avila already disqualified from the formation lap. Donald Stern backed off and is going to be the one that sits behind on the formation, but I don't know. This is really going to be insanity. 1,000th pole separation. These two. I mean, this may be a little shade at what, you know, AF1's going to be next season. I mean, I'm just saying, it could happen.
Alright, we both know it's going to be between Francis and Mikey DeJong anyway.
Oh, yeah, true.
This is the fight for the podium.
Oh, and AJ Knickel spins it on the formation lap. He spins it on the formation lap. Luckily, damage isn't on. Donald Stern staying
he's
very
not to his
far
car. I think I'm going to damage his ego a little bit.
And he pulls out in front of Donald Stern. It looks like Donald's going to continue staying away from the pack, so these two are going to be on the freshest tires. AJ may have a little grass on them, but aside from that, I think they're fine. Travis is also doing the same thing. He's trying to back off. Same with Chris Bryant. Oh, wait, no, that's not Chris Bryant. Who is that? Is that Hunter Smith? Oh, it was Hunter Smith. Backing off a lot. Well, this is going to be something.
Oh, this has already been worth the price of admission, and we haven't even started the race yet.
Yep.
I got to watch Travis absolutely commit toaster bath out of the second to last corner, and got to see a 0.001 pole margin, and then AJ point at George Russell into the formation lap.
Alright, here we go.
And the 5 red lights that aren't on my screen anywhere.
Oh. Where's our lights at? There they are. Lights are out and away we go in Brazil. Already chaotic as they go 4 wide down into turn number 1. Jonathan Parker with the race lead going down. AJ Knickel will get around him. And we already have multiple cars off. That was Sean Cosley and Landon Lewis both going to the back. And Jonathan Parker will make a pass for the lead. There is a Williams going insane back there around the outside. Or the inside, should I say, of Matthew Stott's already moving himself multiple cars wide. Oh, wow. And there's a Renault in the grass of Fidel Fabian. And multiple wings broken. I think that's Hunter Smith's wing that just got broken. Lots of contact going on. I think Fidel Fabian just may have damaged his wing a bit.
Oh, I think I see the difference in our commentary prowess. My pick is in the wall on the first lap.
Colton Irving around!
He bounced off of Gabe Cazzola's side pod, and off he goes into the grass.
And from 4th to last, in just a matter of seconds, but Jonathan Parker already with a second lead, crossing the line, but sorry for interrupting you, but please
As I was saying, there's the difference in our commentary prowess. Your pick goes from 8th to 4th in 1 lap. My pick goes from 3rd to the back, and with a broken wing in 1 lap.
Well, if you're looking at this battle between Gabe Cazzola and Matthew Stotts, Gabe tried making a dive bomb into turn 1, didn't quite stick, and Devon Avila went almost right in, just almost ran over Gabe Cazzola, but he's going to make a pass on the outside.
I think Gabe had to pause for something there.
That's what it may have seemed like. Travis Van Oostendorp having problems behind him, though. We've got our first taker into the pits being...
Hunter Smith.
Yeah, Hunter Smith. I was blanking for a second. And it looks like Gabe Cazzola falling back. Devlin Avila putting himself into 4th, though. That's something I didn't really expect. We've got a battle for 7th, though, between Chris Bryant and Fidel Fabian. Chris Bryant does take it wide, though. Another fast lap put up by Jonathan Parker with a 1:10.024. Here we go, the predicted pit strategy. Lap 12 to 13 is when you're going to pit in for hards, and that's going to be your only stop for the race. And then 9 through 13 for softs, if you started on the softs, and I believe that said 21 to 22 for mediums, being the 2-stop strategy. Honestly, I feel like if you could rely on your pace, the 2-stopper is going to work. So that may be the strategy we see, you know, AJ Knickel. Oh, and Donald Stern out of the race, and we have a safety car. Where did he wreck out? He wrecked out on the second DRS straight.
And then this, I always say this in ARC, and I feel obligated to say it here, but this is honestly my least favorite part of the race.
The safety car?
Yes, because it basically, not only does it put the race on hold for a couple of laps, so it breaks your rhythm, but it requires you to make decisions based on do you pit or not. It requires you, and then it also requires you to be totally on edge and like fully aware of your surroundings, because driving these cars at low speeds isn't the easiest thing.
Well, AJ Knickel and Matthew Stott's both takers into the pits. Everyone else stays out, it looks like.
I'm just kind of surprised Matthew went in. AJ, I'm not so much.
We're gonna get a Renault double stack. I don't think the Renault crew is gonna be ready for Fidel Fabian. Chris Bryant also pits. Sean Cosley, Landon Lewis, Brian Bogey, Colton Irving. They all pit. Let's see. Does the Renault stop messed up? It's delayed. Probably a second knocked off right there. They did not jump the Alfa Romeo.
You didn't lose anything either, though.
Oh. No, he lost. He lost 7th. He just lost in one position.
Oh, I thought he was re-overtaking. I'm dumb. Okay, I'm clear watching a different race or something.
Well, you can see right over there. You can just see if you spectate Colton Irving right now when he exits the pitch. Off to the right, you'll see the tire marks from Donald Stern. Looks like he just kind of got loose off, and then slammed the wall and bounced back off into the left side. So that was an interesting way to end your race on lap 3. So your prediction is in 8th. My prediction's in 2nd.
I hate it here.
Well, AJ Knickel's on the mediums. And same thing for Matthew Stotts. Chris Bryant on the hards. Fidel Fabian on mediums. Sean Cosley on softs. Landon Lewis on hards. Ryan Bogey on softs. Hunter Smith on softs. And Colton Irving on softs. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how these guys kind of treat the race.
Apparently there are some cars going back into the pits.
Oh? Who would that be?
I guess,
Chris Bryant.
Yeah, I don't know their names.
Chris Bryant, Landon Lewis, and Hunter Smith all pit. Colton Irving will move back up into 10th because of that. Interesting call made there. Currently, your driver of the day would be Travis Van Oostendorp with his 9 gain positions. So that's interesting to see him move up 9. This is definitely going to be an interesting strategy race, though, because you've got people on older tires, fresh tires, combination of multiple compounds. I don't know. I don't know what to really expect out of this.
I think some of the drivers that are on mediums are actually expecting their safety car.
Maybe.
Pretty safe bet.
Well, I don't know why the people that, pit, why some of them took softs. That one kind of puzzles me. Yeah. And then safety car in this lap. No penalties for any driver yet. Shocking.
Oh, we haven't had enough laps yet.
Well, that don't mean anything. It's MRL. Penalties happen every race.
I'm saying we haven't done many laps. There's still 30 and change laps to go to get penalized.
And they pick up the speed again, and green again at Brazil.
And these two are back in the pit lane.
Who is that? Chris Bryant and Landon Lewis. What are they doing? I
really don't know what they're doing.
Landon Lewis puts on the mediums. Oh, they're both repairing their wing.
Oh, unless they got the safety card, I'm guessing. The race director say anything about this? No, it doesn't. Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, we can assume they hate each other in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I'm guessing Milk Dud or Chris Bryant ran into the back of Sean Cosley. Then Landon Lewis just did the rest of the work there. Jonathan Parker trying to pull away from Gabe Cazola. Oh, we got a car around the Renault! Rex AJ Knickel! Oh no! Matthew Stotts got spun, it looked like. I don't know by who, but AJ Knickel just became the innocent bystander in all that. Wow. Well, that's an interesting toss-up for constructors, with Renault and McLaren battling for the constructors' lead.
So Matthew has a lot of damage from that. I don't know what kind of damage Knickel has on his vehicle.
AJ does not look to have damage. I don't believe he hit the wall at all. Currently a 3-car battle for 6 between Ryan Bogey, Hunter Smith, and Travis Van Oostendorp. And it looks like Ryan Bogey's going to throw a block on Hunter Smith, cleanly though. Oh, and another car around, Devlin Avila. How'd he get down there?
He's in the ditch.
How'd he get down there?
You might have hit the curb on the outside, because that is a brutal, like, torture device.
Well, that's just multiple people going around in multiple laps, but AJ Knickel is already closing his gap on Sean Cosley. And look who's in podium position. Colton Irving is now in 3rd. It may have taken a few people going around, but he's got pace. He's showing it right now.
He's got survival. And Bogey just died there? What? She wrecked the car there. What?
Wait, Bogey wrecked out the car? Oh, and car around again. That's Devlin Avila spinning out in front of Chris Bryant and backs up and blocks the track in front of... Oh,
God.
And there's a 3-car pile-up in the final corner because Devlin Avila decided to try getting out of the... Oh my goodness. This is... And Landon Lewis is losing... I don't even know what to call this. Devlin Avila also into the pits. I don't know if Chris Bryant got damage from that. Doesn't look like it. Landon Lewis retiring the car. That was a virtual safety car. Oh, I thought that was a full one. Okay. Wow. I don't even know what to say about this, Riker.
Matthew's back in the pits. He was just in there when he spun earlier, and he wasn't caught up in that, like, conniptions. I don't know what the heck happened.
Behind it. Is he gonna get put a lap down by Jonathan Parker? He just might.
Barely. Yep.
Barely put a lap down. That is not good. Is there a battle for second? There might be here in a few laps, as Colton Irving closes that gap on Gabe Cazola.
But I'm actually more watching. I'm watching the imminent hotspot of the battle for 5th. That's probably going to be getting really intense pretty soon, because Travis is already there on Hunter Smith's doorstep.
Oh, and he hits him.
And then we've got Cosley ready to take advantage, and if they fight for too long, AJ Knickel is going to rejoin the fray.
Well, as we were looking at that, Colton Irving did find his way to second. This
Sure, how that happened.
Is this going to be our underdog race of the season?
No, because Jonathan Parker's still leading.
I mean, I'm just saying, anything's possible. Remember, Colton's on fresher tires than Parker.
It's Jonathan Parker.
It's Jonathan Parker, but he's closing the gap on him. And that battle for 5th kind of died out as Hunter Smith pulls away a bit.
May turn into a battle for 6th, but I don't think we're done. They're not done battling in this area of the field.
Yeah, in a reasonable gap.
Yeah, Hunter's starting to get away, but Sean Cosley is getting real close to that racing point there. Travis making mistake after mistake. Probably pushing himself too hard to try and stay with Hunter Smith.
Well, AJ Knickles now put himself back in the frame. Let's look at who our driver of the day would be.
It would be Hunter Smith. He's up 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have the position change thing up all the time. So.
Interesting. It looks like Sean Cosley has a bit of trouble out of the final corner to get to Travis Van Oostendorp. It seems to be that second DRS straight that really puts him up next to him, but AJ Knickle right there with the McLaren, so this would become a battle for 7th.
Become a battle for 6th, I think, actually.
And does Knickle send it in on him? He doesn't, but Cosley goes wide, and he merges it back on behind Knickle. Looks like we're about to have another battle for 3rd between Gabe Cazzola and Fidel Fabian as Cazzola goes wide.
Meanwhile, AJ Knickle probably taste the mineral water.
Oh.
Yeah, Van Oostendorp got super loose, and that's pretty much an easy paycheck for AJ.
Those softs probably not lasting much longer as compared to those mediums. And a position change again. Contact made for the 3rd place spot. As Fidel Fabian will get around Gabe Cazzola. This is a good battle going on for the bottom step of the podium. As Cazzola sends it in. And, oh, they're going to go side by side up here. No, they won't. Fabian backs out, but Hunter Smith is going to intrude. We've got 3 people all on 3 different compounds battling for the for a podium spot. Only if Cazzola were on the hards and Hunter Smith were on the softs, their tires would match their car. And AJ Knickle just slowly pulling them in. Sure, he's happy to see them all battling.
Yeah, I think by the end of the next lap, assuming astronomical circumstances don't take place, AJ will end up making this a 4-car battle. Zola's out of ERS, so he's going to be sitting duck under the 2nd DRS straight.
Well, the F1 Insights has told us this is the pit window to go on softs.
Travis had an absolutely disgusting cut to get away from Sean Cosley.
Oh, wow. And they're side by side entering the corner. They're too wide again. Hunter Smith sends it to the inside of Fidel Fabian.
Great opportunistic tendencies there.
Take full advantage of it. Now we've got AJ Knickle, who's going to send himself around the outside of Fidel Fabian through the corner, which is going to set him up for the inside of this one. Will he clear Fabian? He does. What's he going to do here? 3-second time penalty for Chris Bryant. AJ Knickle into the back of Hunter Smith. AJ Knickle kind of fed up with waiting. He just wants to pounce. And we're going to get a DRS train around Gabe Cazzola. That's what's going to happen here. AJ Knickle to the inside. Jonathan Parker on the pits? Wow. There we go. And Gabe Cazzola also into the pits. I think AJ was trying to follow the slipstream, but it didn't quite work from Cazzola doing that.
AJ pretty much out of ERS at this point, so I think Hunter Smith is safe.
Well, the DRS can be a little factor here.
Not enough. I think that combat has subsided, at least until everyone cycles back out of the pits.
Maybe. Well, this is an interesting thing to look at from my standpoint. Colton Irving.
Maybe it isn't done yet.
Colton Irving, the McLaren, leading this race right now. You know, if he plays this right, he would fall just 4 seconds behind Jonathan Parker. But back to the battle for...
Or no, Jonathan's on hards.
Wait, what's Parker on?
Holden can go 1 or 2 more laps. He can put on the mediums to the end.
I mean, he's doing the strategy I had for last season. Stay out on the softs as long as possible, put on the mediums. And the pit window has opened for mediums. For the one-stop strategy. Back that for what's going to be the... what's temporarily second place. So AJ Knickel will send it to the inside of Hunter Smith. Does he go wide at all? He does. Hunter Smith will get back around him.
John Calls, he just got loose out of turn 5 and hit the wall. I think that did some pretty bad damage to his car. No, it didn't. Never mind.
Well, we found out how Matthew Stotts went around earlier. That was from Travis Van Oostendorp turning him in the corner, which caused him to also involve AJ Knickel.
Parker is caught up to the McLaren driver, and that should be pretty easy. Yeah, there isn't even any hope of resistance for Sean Cosley there. Holden has hit the pit lane.
And how far will he come out behind? That's the real question.
No, he's on the hards. Well, there goes that.
Yeah, there goes the strategy. Probably the best strategy you could have pulled right there if you were in his position. Put on the mediums. But I mean, hey, we've seen a safety car already. It could happen again. Oh, speaking of safety cars, Gabe Cazzola hard into the outside wall.
Well, his car's still running after that.
Yeah, I don't know how he made that work, but losing the entire end plate of the right side of his wing.
Well, the current leaders are being obstructed by Devlin Avila in AI mode.
Oh my goodness. Not this again.
They're both around him now.
Well, Devlin Avila, more than likely receiving a penalty for that, considering this isn't the first time he's put it in AI and affected the leaders. And his AI is about to wreck Fidel Fabian! What is going on?
Well, battle for the current lead. AJ descended into 1, but he went wide, so Hunter Smith gets another chance to go back around the outside and maintains the spot, and gets DRS for his troubles. So,
but AJ Knickel's got that ERS. Is he going to send it? He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Well, look at who's in the catbird seat. You said it. Fidel Fabian's in that catbird seat right now.
You've used my phrase!
But it looks like Jonathan Parker's about to have a little visit with Devlin Avila's AI in the middle of the worst area to meet it.
Unfortunately, I mean mercifully, he gets around it.
Yeah. And Hunter Smith hitting the pits. Will AJ Knickel do the same? No, he stays out. Same with Fidel Fabian. Oh, Hunter Smith actually faked that out, it looked like.
He juked you, but he didn't juke me or AJ.
Oh, wow. Well, Fidel Fabian, there he goes. He's pulled himself into that equation again. But Jonathan Parker is on the move. He's going to jump all of them. No real battles going on around the track, besides what's going on with the leaders right now.
Well, Colton Irving getting near that AI Alfa Romeo. Noteworthy is that AJ has pushed his fuel. Looking at the telemetry, he has the yellow light blinking right now.
Oh. And he's entering the pits?
He's also going in.
Hmm. And Colton Irving meets up with Devlin Avila's AI in a good area, at least the DRS zone. Please don't tell me it wrecks him. No, he clears it. AJ Knickel exiting the pits. You know, Colton Irving may have to kiss that second place goodbye if AJ Knickel can put together a run on those mediums, which more than likely will happen. Only 27 laps. Yeah, 27, no, 17 laps.
They were you watching.
Chris Bryant entering the pits as well. Sean Cosley, in 6th right now. Well, the Renaults did not have a nice night, besides Fidel Fabian, who's currently just sitting in 2nd. But, you know, normally the one that we see come on the top out of the two of them, being Matthew Stotts, you know, not a bright day for him. You know, how long has Fabian been on those tires? 15 laps. Huh.
I saw Gabe went wide in 3 again. I don't know if we hit a wall again or what.
No, he didn't. No damage there, but we're going to have a battle for 7th as he is closing in on Matthew Stotts. Oh, and car around, that is Travis Van Oostendorp. Virtual safety car.
Another one.
Well, this is interesting. Oh, and AJ Knickel's going to be right behind Devlin Avila's AI.
Oh my.
Oh, no. And he's going to attempt to get her, like, at least next to the AI for the restart. And the AI's just blocking him. This is eventful. The mid-race shenanigans from an AI. Oh, Hunter Smith hits the pits. Oh, another car around. That's Chris Bryant under the, you know, the lap. Fidel Fabian in. Oh no, Fidel Fabian stays out. Why would he stay out? Travis Van Oostendorp retires the car. And we're back green.
AJ, the green went when he was on the straightaway, so AJ is not going to be impeded by that AI. He's going to come out very close to Hunter, but not quite there.
Well, all Colton Irving can hope for now is, you know, AJ catches Hunter and they start battling and he can hold on to that 2nd place spot.
Or Fabian forces Parker to fight him for the lead.
My phone has died. Yeah. Well, anyways, are we about to see Fidel Fabian and Jonathan Parker battle?
Gabe getting up close and personal with Matthew, who just took a very unique line through T2.
Fidel Fabian staying out. Is Fidel Fabian trying to make those mediums last? And the Alfa Romeo retires from the race right in front of the leaders. That isn't scary at all. AJ Knickel puts up the fastest lap with a 109.842. Reserving for the Red Bull.
We've not seen a fastest lap represented since like lap 5.
Yeah. We're gonna get a battle for. We've got 2 battles that are going on. We've got the battle for the lead, and we've got the battle for 7th. The battle for the lead and the battle for 7th aren't going to be too much, judging by the amount of wear put on the tires. Jonathan Parker to the outside of Fidel Fabian. Fidel Fabian will go in. I think that's what he was waiting for. So that will put Colton Irving back up into second. And safety car is out. Gabe Cazzola wrecks out in the same spot Donald Stern did. And Fidel Fabian's on softs! Oh my goodness!
It's a good day to be not dead.
Well, Hunter Smith goes in for the mediums. AJ Knickel is also in, and he will put on the mediums as well. This is interesting. I don't know really how to judge that.
I'm pretty sure Parker has to do the same thing. My ear becomes incredibly itchy.
This is gonna be odd to see how this plays out. I believe the top two will stay as the top two. Fidel Fabian will probably stay in third. Matthew Stotts, 3-second time penalty. Is he going to be stuck a lap down? No, he will be led around. Why is Devlin Avila playing with the... Oh no, is that still his... Oh no, we may have an issue. Riker, I don't know if you know about the glitch, but the AIs don't really like safety cars.
I've heard tell of this a couple of times.
Well, we're about to witness it, and there's nothing we can do about it.
In my case, witness it again, because I saw it in Hungary, too.
Oh, and Fidel Fabian?
For that race.
Fidel Fabian jumped Colton Irving. Surprising. Now, if you want me to be honest with you, and I'll steal your phrase again, damn it, Colton Irving's in the catbird seat.
All three of the top three are on soft tires.
I don't know. Colton, I feel like, has the pace to pull off the podium. I just don't think he's got the pace to fight for the win here. And that is no shade intended. That is just how his race has gone. He hasn't had the pace to fight for the lead, but he has had the pace to hold on to a podium spot and get himself there.
He's had the consistency, I think is what it is.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Consistency
Matthew
and ability
Stotts,
to not die.
What is Matthew Stotts on? Did he snort a line before this race? He's still on those 15-lap-old hards. Ah!
Those are some weird-looking soft tires, Jake. What are you on?
Alright, let's make sure that Devlin Avila's AI does not pass the safety car, because if it does, MWC is in for a rude awakening. And yep, Matthew Stotts will enter the pits. Oh, you've got a feel for Sean Cosley. Him and AJ Knickel both gonna have to restart behind that AI. Same thing with Matthew Stotts. I think if I'm doing my math correctly, this is the most, if Jonathan Parker were to win this race, that would be the most wins put up by a singular driver in one MWC season. And I think the person that currently holds that record would be Christian Pacheco in Season 4, when he won the championship. Being the first person to win the championship prior to the finale.
Well, Devlin's AI is having disagreement with Hunter.
Oh, is it? I think we may be told that the safety car is going in this time. So hopefully, only one can hope. That's what we're told.
Yes.
Safety car in this lap, yeah.
Luckily, safety cars here are a lot shorter than they are at other tracks, because Brazil is not a very long track.
Yeah.
Three safety car laps here, it feels like just one safety car lap at the spot.
There we go. And they're bunched up side by side. I don't know why Hunter Smith is next to Colton Irving. It's an interesting one, but we are green at Brazil. And Hunter Smith is going to try diving it. Gets covered off by Colton Irving. And
Sean Cosley is wide.
Oh, and he's gonna pinch
We're
down
all trying to
one.
negotiate the AI.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be put in with the AI. And Colton Irving going for second on Fidel Fabian. He makes it work. Does he have the speed to do something with Jonathan Parker?
If he doesn't, AJ, who just sent it on a Hunter, just might.
AJ Knickel's not playing around anymore. And Colton Irving's closing that gap. I don't know what is going on.
Victory for us. We'll find someone who can.
AJ Knickel's got that speed. We saw it in qualifying. We've seen it in the race too. And down that straight... Oh, it just looks like that straight line speed has Jonathan Parker's hand, basically, as he gains 4/10 down the front straightaway.
Not helped by the fact that the McLaren driver used all of his ERS to get around Fabian earlier.
Oh, wow. Well, AJ Knickel works his way to third.
Well, behind that, Hunter is plummeting down the order. Those mediums not treating him too well. As everybody else on the track besides him is on a soft compound. I believe Jake's might have just died. Or Short may have just died, rather. Parker is the fastest car on the track right now. He ran the fastest lap of 1:08.89. And some interesting lines from Colton Irving. Pretty vulnerable to that from AJ. AJ went a bit wide, but there's ultimately nothing that Irving can do to keep that spot. As Jake is definitely having some technical difficulties over there. I do not know what is happening on his end. Smith is managing to stay near the other drivers on his mediums. If he can just stay here, he can begin to claw back up the order on the last few laps, as his mediums will be less worn than the softs as a whole. He's got 2 seconds to make up on Parker, who's just kind of cruising up there. It is still kind of under a little bit of threat from the McLaren driver filling up his meters. Meanwhile, fighting for fifth is very close between these three cars. Fabian defends into turn 6 for whatever reason. Trust you should play. Devlin's AI is back in the pit lane. Doesn't mean anything at this point, really. He brought the gap down by a couple of tenths. No, he didn't. Never mind.
Well, with just a few laps remaining, Matthew Stotts is hunting down that podium, but he's still got that penalty to worry about. And currently driver of the day, Hunter Smith, with 8 positions gained.
Now make that 9. Nope, 8. Never mind, he was defending from the corner, not passing him.
Well, Colton Irving's on the rear end of AJ Kinnickle. We were talking about how AJ could close that gap. Looks like AJ's run out of whatever was in the tank.
I believe it's fuel light. I'm seeing its fuel light pop up still.
Yikes. Well, can Colton Irving get around him in the straight? He's gonna get the DRS.
He should be able to.
AJ's gonna make it hard for him, have him go to the outside in turn number 1. Colton will clear him.
Couldn't get much closer to each other there.
Yeah. That's
I
scary.
think that was still actually clean.
And oh, Colton! AJ's gonna get back around him.
Colton, the sitting duck with no ERS or anything.
Well, he almost spun it looked like.
I think he just changed lanes too fast.
Maybe. We've still got that battle for 5th going on between 3 cars. But we've got the battle for 2nd between 3 cars.
Where does one look? Probably the one that's for a higher position.
Yeah. Considering, you know, it makes up 2 spots on our podium. Oh, and AJ goes wide into the grass. That's going to ruin all his speed on exit. And Colton Irving's going to get to him faster. And he... Oh, it looked like he was about to pit. Irving still to the outside. Now Stotts putting himself into 3rd. Contact made from Kinnickle and Stotts. Oh, they hit each other again!
More contact. AJ forced wide, and I think he might just get past here. He's going to block Stotts as they head halfway down the back straightaway.
Matthew Stotts backs out and goes into the grass a bit. That ruins all his speed that he had there. Now Colton Irving's got his sights set on one thing, and that's the race lead. But the question of that matter is, can he get to Jonathan Parker for the lead?
I'm not convinced.
It's going to be a long shot.
It would require like a mistake or two from Parker, and I don't think he's made any of those yet.
Well, there's something called Devlin Avila's AI.
I see. I don't know if he'll get to it. Oh no, he probably will. It's an AI. I was gonna say, because not only that, but Parker's still got a bunch of ERS in reserve because he hasn't had to use it to like attack or defend or anything like everybody else on the grid has. Meanwhile, fighting for 6th, Fidel, God, Fidel and Sean. Fidel keeps that position going through the S's. The other DRS straight A, I don't really think is going to turn up much of anything.
Yeah, he's just going to kind of sit back, maybe waiting for the final lap to make a move. Maybe the best option here.
Alright, I'm not spectating Parker because he's got that weird engine rev glitch that makes his car sound like it's spasming.
No, that's actually him shifting.
No, it's not. Believe me.
Well, I was hearing it for a minute too, but I believe he does do manual transmission.
It's doing it in the middle of corners when he's not even on the gas.
Oh yeah, you got the glitch. Cool.
He is permanently at 13k RPMs. That's not him shifting, unless he's trying to cook the engine.
I mean, maybe. I don't know if you're looking what I'm looking at, but if these guys don't battle, They've closed already 3/10. You gotta be optimistic about things like this. Oh, and car around, that's Sean Cosley.
I'm sorry, I'm an F1 fan. I automatically assume if somebody has the lead, they don't get it taken from them.
Well, I'm more worried about the fact that it looked like Fidel Fabian may have shoved Sean Cosley wide and caused him to spin. That's not what you really want to see in a race. And with Jonathan Parker's luck, it looks like he may catch that AI in the front straightaway. Or at least the second straightaway. And the gap just pulling away again.
I don't think that's the AI anymore. I think that's actually him. Just the way he's driving.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the fact
yeah,
that
that's Devlin Avila. That is just Devlin Avila being Devlin Avila. Yeah,
Which I'm not sure if that's more or less dangerous.
I think it's more dangerous.
Especially when he's taking turn 2 like that.
Well, one can only hope. Oh, AJ tries sending it on Irving.
There's no room.
No room at all with 2 laps remaining. I'm gonna look at this little fiasco with Devlin Avila and Jonathan Parker. It's probably not gonna look very promising. Looks like Parker may just kind of sit back and let things happen. Whatever happens, happens. He doesn't care.
He's got the time to spare.
Yeah, he's got the time to spare, and he's got the points to spare. But in other news, the battle for second.
But he's still gonna pass it anyway.
Probably just had the run, and he went purple in sector 3. That's not scary at all. There we go, and now Colton Irving has one
Oh no, my
more
tires are dead.
Oh no. There we go, AJ Knickel, he's got the DRS and no ERS in the tank. But
Nobody has any.
Colton's gonna make it hard for him and go to the outside, he shoves him off. Oh, Stotts may get the podium here. He may get second if everything goes according to the way he wants it to go. Now Colton Irving's got to save up that ERS. He's got to put on a gap down the long front straightaway. Oh, when he gets loose, that's not going to help him one bit.
No, it isn't.
And Knickel goes to the inside. And he's shoved wide! And Stotts is also put around. I think that just... No, oh, Knickel's letting him have the spot back.
Yeah, because AJ realized he smacked him right off the track for that.
Knickel's gonna let Stotts
No,
also
out
have
of
the
fuel.
third place.
AJ's
Oh, he's out of fuel? Oh my goodness!
Stotts will get the podium by 47 thousandths.
Wow.
AJ has Indianapolised it.
Who would have thought that that would be your turn of events here in Brazil? Well then.
Well, that was a spectacle.
Well, should we get the interview from the podium, guys? Driver of the day goes to Hunter Smith.
Something that I don't even do in AF1 anymore because it's so much of a pain in the butt with the new party system.
Oh, wow. That's not at all how I expected that race to go. It was definitely entertaining. I'll give it that. And Jonathan Parker will enjoy his top step celebration as Matthew Stotts and Colton Irving join him on the podium. That is Colton's second podium of the season. Stotts once again on the podium. I think he's been on the podium all but 3-4 races maybe.
He certainly was on the podium in Abu Dhabi. Hey.
Well, that's that. Now time to get the interview from the podium. Mm. So driver of the day from 14th, so last to 5th, Hunter Smith. Wow, that's an interesting way to put it. 2 laps down.
Let's go!
And luckily
so
I went on another screen for that. Oh boy.
Oh, are you proud of me, Jake?
I am definitely proud. Well, we've got the stream going, so I was anticipating interviews, so hopefully the other 2 join. Oh, thank God I have another screen pulled up as the emotions run high in Interlagos.
Oh, that's awesome. Dude, I thought I was fucked when Gabe gave me no space and spun me around.
Oh, man.
I was really mad about that.
I need to put in the Discord. Yeah, I've got an old screen. And then here's our race winner joining us, Jonathan Parker.
Buick!
Hi.
Hi.
You ran a very good race. I'm proud of you. I noticed
Thank you.
it the whole time.
I thought I got fucked by Gabe when he gave me no space.
Oh. Well.
What?
Well, explicit content on
explicit
the
content.
Podium interview.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
This is like the break room or whatever it's called. You probably know what it's called, right?
Yeah, when Lewis Hamilton's like, he's a fucking dipshit.
Well,
Oh, even said he got wrecked by Fabian.
We're gonna discuss this in the break room. Listen. So you're not gonna be my teammate next year, right?
Well, nigga, I ain't got time.
Yo, whoa!
Shut up. Shut up.
All right. Well, anyway,
up.
Jonathan
I care about
Parker,
Bob
your question, I'm guessing about the whole teammate situation.
Yes, sir.
It is still unknown if I'll have a working controller by then, so plan on it.
Hey, Buick,
Worst case
Buick,
scenario.
if
Okay,
isn't your
so
teammate.
If
No,
I
it's
get the
Bob and
control,
teammate.
if I get the controller working, I will.
What happened to him and Trav?
Travis is retarded.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
Let's just say Jake doesn't race isn't able to race ending next season. I think he would choose me over Travis.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially what
exactly.
Travis did to him today. He just destroyed him.
Well, Travis doesn't show up. That's an issue.
Oh yeah, we caught that on the stream of Travis turning you. Anyway.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
perfect.
that was stupid.
Podium interviews.
Oh, God.
We'll
Wait,
start.
what YouTube channel is this on?
I sent the link to the Discord.
Damn you,
Alright.
Stink Daisy.
So to start the podium
professional, bro.
interviews, third step, third place, Matthew Stotts. You know, you had that little incident with Travis Van Oostendorp.
Highlight of my day.
How did it feel to kind of come back from that and get the podium in the end from AJ Knickel running out of fuel?
It was something. Tell you that, you know, from being a lap down for a good 5 laps to cutting the track to get back.
Oh my god.
It took a lot, you know, it took a lot from the heart, but at the end of the day, I'm just glad Travis wrecked out.
Poor Trav.
Well, congratulations on your podium, Stotts. You keep second in the driver's standings. But
Because my teammate sucks.
well, yes. But as we move on, second place Your second podium in the season, Colton. This being your first season in MWC. How's it feel to actually get the podium off? You know, you had to fight for it. You had to defend. You were able to do all that, especially after getting shoved wide and almost dying on
Let's
the
just
final
say
lap.
I was probably gonna kill AJ if I didn't get a podium.
Calm down, yo, calm
my.
down.
Okay.
We gotta keep that off the airways. Yeah, we gotta cut that, redo that. All right, re-ask that question.
No, but it's pretty cool. I was actually really excited. You sure heard me in the party. Yeah. And then Evans had a good run too. I was helping Evans out. You know, P7. Pretty cool. And that one actually came off speed and skill. Except Monaco, where everyone wrecked out except me and Buick.
No, you ended up wrecking out too. Well, congratulations on your second place and another podium on the season. Keeping the constructors lead and I believe expanding the gap.
Yes.
We'll find out what happens with that.
I'm facing teams that have had like 80 different drivers because of multitude of reasons, and I still can't get up top in the constructors because Travis is fat.
Well, we'll be there on the top of constructors. You know, even if it's you and Stotts on top of the constructors. But you know, we'll move on to you, Mr. Parker. You set a milestone. You were part of 2 parts of MWC history today, being a part of the closest pole one in MWC.
Oh,
no,
I lost
winning that.
pole.
Well, you lost it by 1,000, but you were a
okay.
part of the history, and also
thinking about that.
also setting the little milestone of having the most wins by a singular driver in one MWC season.
Oh, poggers! I didn't even know that.
I believe
That's awesome.
you beat Christian Pacheco's record of that.
If I do that, I must be doing something right. So
Definitely.
I'm
have.
very.
I mean, we've only had 3 different winners this season, but you know,
2, all of them are in the party. Say hi if you're a winner this season.
hi. Yeah, Colton,
Shut up, Colton.
No. Stop gonna say hi.
I think Riker's okay, but if Riker would have said hi, I've been okay with it. Not you.
Riker. Well, Stotts isn't saying hi. I think he's camera shy. Well, anyways, Buick, you know, how did it feel to you know, win that one, especially after how close quali was? Were you expecting anything close, or did you think you could?
Yeah, it was
turn on
a
the
good
boosters?
fight. All the safety cars really jumbled stuff up, but I just thought AJ took the course. Basically, he's gonna go on fresher tires, and I decided to just stay the course and just stay on strategy. And I think that ended up working out because I wasn't really in traffic, so it really worked out.
Well, congratulations.
And AJ ran out of gas at the end. That was crazy. I was
yeah, that
watching
is
at the
funny.
end.
That was funny to see both of them.
I thought he let off, and I even said in the party, I give mad respect to AJ because I thought he let off.
My props, bro.
Yeah, after shoving off Colton.
Oh yeah, letting off after killing my wing.
Killed Stott's wing, shoved
How did he kill
Colton off.
Stott's wing?
I was right
chopped
behind
him.
it.
Yeah, he chopped him. And
I was really right behind it.
Yeah, both of you guys got screwed by him, and he ends up running out of fuel in the final lap. But anyways, congrats on your win, Jonathan. Congrats to all of you on getting the podium this week. We'll see you guys on Sunday for I don't know what track it is. Let me try pulling that up real quick. This is gonna be fun. Who
Let me
wants
tell
to
you the day I've had. I won a GT sport race. I won a championship.
You shouldn't have won that championship. I'm just leaving
you
it
have
at
a
that.
valid reason. And I got a podium. Pretty poggers.
I've got more. How you
Say it
doing?
like that? Why did you say it like that? Are you okay, bro?
No.
Well, next race, we'll see everyone in the
Bahrain
first,
fool.
the first of the 2 Bahrain races, Bahrain full circuit on Sunday. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you then.